We're recording. Hi.
Hi, hello.
Welcome to Bubbles Interviews, Doruk. I would love to understand people's unique career paths. Can we know about you?
Yeah, my name is Doruk Eker. I'm born in Turkey. I lived there until the late 20s, and after that I moved to Amsterdam roughly 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm. What did you study in university or prior to that? I want to understand your educational background, and I have more questions towards you today.
Yeah, sure. Educational background, I studied industrial engineering right after high school. And after industrial engineering, I had a master's degree in informatics. So that was what I studied, but I always did something on the side, which kind of evolved to be my today's job, basically.
I want to know about was the selecting industrial engineering, was that like fully strategized, or that it sounds cool and I want to do
No,
that?
not at all, not at all. I was extremely uninformed about it. And
What was your idea about industrial engineering study? Like, what would be the career?
I didn't have any career idea, career plan, and everything. I chose that education a bit with the influence with from my family, and they also didn't know much. So it was all kind of hearing from the others, and then trying to form an opinion, and then making a choice. So it wasn't a very deliberate or conscious choice with a how you say that, with a clear career idea up front.
I see that maybe there is a little bit effect of that. Industrial engineering sounds cool when you hear about it.
It sounds cool. That's number one, I think. And then later on, very early in the study, what I also realized, industrial engineering is kind of a it can be applied in many fields. It's not specialized. It's a generalized engineering, I would say. And that, of course, whilst choosing that, I didn't know, but that also works with me. I don't specialize on things. I like being a generalist, and that fits my character, actually.
What was the master's direction path? Why did you select informatics?
That's also extremely unconscious and without any career path.
Okay,
so
you
after
just take the road and figure out things. Okay, great.
Exactly. So after I graduated from the bachelor's degree in industrial engineering, I started as a research assistant. And during that time, it was an obligation for every research assistant to be enrolled into a master's program. And I looked around and I found this one, and this one was like a hybrid master's program. So you don't have to go to courses all the time to the university physically, but you can do it online. But you have to go there for the how you say that, for the exams and for a couple of times a year for some courses, basically. So that also fit my lifestyle and also what I wanted to do. So again, and of course the topic was kind of interesting to me, because by that time I was already involved in developing and creative development, that part of the stuff.
What can we say about your current career title? That I know that you run a company, but like creative development, what kind of things do you do at this moment?
At this moment, I mean, I can give you a little bit of a timeline of that. So creative development for me started with web-based development in beginning of 2000s. And after that, it kind of evolved. So think of it like basic HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and this evolved into Flash with ActionScript, first ActionScript 2 and then 3. So these are all like people who are in the development path would understand these languages. And after that,
having a Flash website was something that's very unique in internet. That is something extremely interesting.
Yeah. I remember the times. Yes.
Good old days. Do you miss
Indeed.
those times of internet? I'm recently thinking about internet, like where we are today. How do you see the state of internet right now?
Yeah, it evolved into what it is now, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah, I wouldn't say that I would like to go back to that time, because there was, I mean, we are always in a nostalgic way thinking about the good things about
Yeah.
it, but there were also a lot of issues with like browser compatibility, cross-browser compatibility, all these kind of things. Today they are almost not there. Maybe some JavaScript folks will not agree with me at the moment, but yeah. So the creative development started from there, and then it went to Unity with game engines, and then from Unity it kind of evolved to augmented reality, virtual reality. And when I look back, I see that I've been always trying to be present in the what is the new thing, what's the cutting edge thing that is still production ready. So my creative development evolved into this in that path.
phase?
Yeah, into the immersive part. Yes, exactly.
see.
And for fun, I did play with some microcontrollers, some Arduino kind of things, but that was only for my hobby and for fun. And the other thing is, like, for my personal part, I'm also not coding for the last around 2 years, so I also stopped that.
Okay.
So that also evolved into something that I'm more in the kind of like managing, strategizing about the company, and my business partner Gianluca is leading the tech effort. And
So
he's the
hi
coder.
to him, like
Hi
hi.
to Gianluca.
That was that when I met you in Vienna. That it was with him, and like, oh, they're doing things together. That was really inspiring to see. Oh, there is also like usually companies are run by in immersive places, run by one person, and it's just overload of responsibilities. That was very wise decision that you do things together. How did you meet?
Yeah, we used to work in the same company. Yeah, this is how we met, in the same team. So I think he started a year after I started, and then I worked in that company in Amsterdam actually for a bit more than 6 years, and then I quit. I started freelancing, and roughly 1.5 years after I quit, he quit as well.
Yeah.
And he started freelancing as well.
Okay.
And at some point we said, like, yeah, we used to work very well together, so why don't we do it as well now? So we joined forces, and which became Orb today. Orb is the name of our company.
I have a question about present, but maybe before this, from that to moment, from those days, do you have any milestone project that you will always remember, and it is good close to your heart, that oh, that was a good project that I will remember?
Yeah, it's a good question.
I'm sure that there is many.
Yeah, I think there are actually, but I think there are some memorable ones. One thing that pops in my mind is the project that we created in the city archive. So there was an exhibition in Rembrandt year. It was 2019. So there was an exhibition of the documents that are from Rembrandt himself, because he lived in Amsterdam, and this is the city archive that keeps all the documents.
Yes.
So they have the documents from him, but they are all old Dutch handwritten documents, and it is extremely hard to decipher them. You don't know where to look at the documents. So the exhibition designers, Synergic, they come with the brilliant idea of integrating augmented reality on top of that exhibition. So fast forward, but the result was there were dedicated iPads in the exhibition hall. People would be picking up the iPad, and when they looked through the iPad towards the document, they would see the document itself in real life, but they would also see the story in the document come to life in 3D around the document. And that was quite innovative for the time. It was 2019. ARKit 2 was still in beta when we were developing it. And also, it was not a hosted application, so there was no one to explain what it is doing to visitors. And on top of that, it is City Archive of Amsterdam, and the average age for their visitors is 65.
Okay, great.
So that was like a perfect combo, exactly. But to my positive surprise, that people didn't struggle with it.
Ah.
I used to go there on Sundays and sit on the corner and then watch what people are doing because I was very curious about their reaction. And like younger generation, like let's say like the teens, they would get in immediately in the first go. But like the older generation, 65 plus, I would say, they would go one, it works, but a bit harder. Two, it works a bit harder. Three, they are good.
Learning curve takes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can we say? Excuse me.
No.
Can we say that now you are part of history as well? That if you did a project in archives, that okay, that's fun.
I mean, no.
Okay, I can say. That's
yeah, okay, you can say that. I don't.
I want to ask about like this kind of things that you had this journey so far. That would there is be an advice that people who would start their own things that they can do better or be aware of? This can happen and you shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I'm normally extremely cautious about giving advice because I believe that any kind of experience, any kind of is
very unique.
Is very unique.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you very much. That's why what I can say is what I have been through. But it doesn't mean that it is going to happen to other people, or it doesn't mean that what I selected is the only path that you can walk. So I think when I look back to myself in those years, one characteristic I find very useful is the resilience, that things will go wrong. I mean, things will not work out as you want, and that's almost a given. And in these times, instead of like giving up, just push it forward, just push it forward, just push it forward. And at some point you'll be on the other side. You will not realize that you're on the other side, or you will not even realize that you're passing that. You will just realize it when you say, oh, hey, I think I arrived where I was thinking where I would be in whatever years, whatever time, whatever your goal is. So I think that's very important. Just keep on pushing. And the other thing that I realized that helped me quite a bit is being connected with others. So I think it's important that you get influenced by others. So going to events, going to like meetups, meeting with people, understanding what they are doing. You don't have to follow anything that they are doing, right? But just get this genuine connection of learning from other people. It helped me quite a bit. It inspired me a lot, actually.
Now it's a good time to ask about XR Connect, maybe, that you're organizing an event about extended reality talent, or how would you describe what is it about?
What it is about is XR Creators Connect.
You are invited. That's a really good conference.
Yes. We are already planning the next one, actually. Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. We are planning it. The details are extremely vague, so I cannot tell anything.
But every 6 weeks I see, most of the time, like not every month, but I see that it was in January, now recently happened.
Yeah, so
I
mean we don't have a fixed concrete plan of time frame, but when I look again back for the last 2 years, I think we organize it every like 3 times a year, something like that. 3 to 4 times a year. I think it's been 3 up until now. And what it is actually, it is a gathering of XR creators in Netherlands, and the goal started like this. Before the Corona time, there were a lot of small meetups where you can find that community feeling way easier compared to bigger events. But after Corona, the bigger events came back, but the smaller meetups didn't. So myself, Peter and Jan, we said like, we missed being in these events, so why don't we organize something ourselves so we can go as well? So this is how it all started. And it evolved into, and you were there in the 6th edition.
Last time it was international, not just the Netherlands.
Yes. The speakers were international. They come from all the platforms like Unity, Zapar, Niantic and Blender was there. So yeah, that was extremely enjoyable because again we were able to keep that community feeling but make it that international. So that was very nice.
Great. I want to ask about what are you learning right now? Do you think it's a your like current Doruk in May 2025?
2025, yeah. Wow, I'm learning. I think I'm learning quite a lot of things in life in general.
Of course.
But I would stay with the professional part. So
yeah, I know that you do sports as well. That sometimes whenever I see you, okay, that is in one of the topics.
yeah. I mean, sports,
Good
nutrition.
for the mind.
Yeah,
Sağlam
definitely.
kafa sağlam vücutta bulunur. I will translate this.
Perfect. No, yeah, sports, nutrition, these are things I'm also learning for the last 2.5, 3 years, a bit more in depth. I find that I function way better when I'm taking care of my body. Professionally, what I'm learning is, so our company is a studio, so we are working in project-based work. So usually we are working in multiple domains, like advertising, cultural space, scientific institutes, and also digital out-of-home providers. So they are kind of the 4 domains. And normally what happens, we either kind of proactively pitch an idea to one of our existing clients or one of our new clients, or the idea comes to us or they request it, and there is a fixed amount of time we create that and that's finished, that's the project, right? And what I'm exploring at the moment is what will it actually, let me rewind. In the past, we had a couple of experiments where we want to create some kind of product, but we failed miserably for multiple reasons. Which
Was it like object, like what product you mean?
No, like
service?
some. In the past, it wasn't the studio, but I tried to create some kind of mini booklets for Airbnb visitors.
Okay.
I don't know, 10 years ago. There was an idea of saving your articles in some place for reading later, which then I realized that it was done multiple times. So I had all these ideas, and they were not only ideas, I also put them into action, and then they failed, So right now, I think, again, we have ideas, but I have the feeling that we have learned quite a bit from the past failures. So now I think it's going to a bit of a different trajectory now. So this is the thing that I'm learning at the moment. So I'm not learning to code, I'm not learning a new language. That can very well be, but I feel that my interest moved a bit out of that scope, let's say.
I see. I have last 2 questions.
Yeah, sure.
One of them is about, I will say in a second. The second one, I will go there and come with a surprise and ask the last question. So
Okay.
I forgot to bring my chat back to here. Yeah, okay. So what are you building for your future self right now? Actually the product answer was a thing, but yeah, if you have another thing.
No, I think that's one. And also, I think as we go through, I mean, this is not going to be extremely professional scope, but I think in life, especially the more we succeed with certain traits of us, right? Certain traits of our character. And because they are successful, we continue feeding these traits, and then at some point we are made out of these traits. But there are so many other traits that is in you, but not necessarily that you focused on in the past.
Yeah.
So I think I'm trying to okay, these things got me to where I am now. Let me see what other things there are, so that maybe I can go towards the future. I can change a bit more. I can grow a bit more. So that's kind of how the future looks for me, or what I'm trying to do for my future.
I see. I love that you also taking the conscious decision of keep learning about the things that like some people just say, oh, this is me, and just go on. And we keep growing is great. Keeping growing is
but
good.
That can also be, I mean, again, back to the thing that I don't want to, that's my experience, right? That's me, and I'm not saying this is the only way.
I do the same. It makes sense. I also go there and come back.
Okay.
So this is Bubbles interviews. It's not surprising. I have bubbles. Please take your favorite color if there is here. And we make bubbles and I ask the last question.
Okay. Let's see. I don't have a favorite color. I'm just gonna randomly pick one. Let's see what comes.
Okay, great. So it can be unicorn, but
yeah, I have the pink.
Okay.
I have the pink unicorn. That fits with the branding of our company. Not the unicorn, but the pink.
Yay, great.
So how does this work? Oh, okay, I take it out.
I will ask the last question. Like
first the bubble or the question?
We make bubbles and I ask the question.
Okay, let's see.
Planned playtime. So, do you remember when people ask you what did you want to be when you grow up, and they ask your child, what was the answer that you gave?
Yeah, I wanted to be a superhero. Super unrealistic, right?
Okay. Amazing. Was there what kind of superhero? There's
my favorite was Spider-Man.
Okay, great. That's great, amazing. Thank you for your time and your very honest answer about career.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.